Hi, Gary here from MrG Shave, back for another Battle of the Blades on a Monday. I was determined to get this done today. I've got quite a lot to do, but I've made space for this video. So yeah, so what am I using today? This one was requested by, let me check. This is a part 2, so it's shave 2 with blades that I've used before. Let's just find it. Right, it's feather versus Bic. I mean, this is my to-do list. So it's feather versus Bic, second attempt, requested by Randel Robbins, and the following Monday, if I get a BOTB done next Monday, will be the third and final. He's asked me to do sort of second attempt, third attempt to see what they're like longevity wise. So here we go. So in the gunmetal 6S on plate 3 is going to be my feather stainless, and as you can see, there's one white, there's one blue dot there, which means I've used it once before. So that is going in the gunmetal one on plate 3. There it is. And then put the washer on, put the handle on, check the alignment, perfect. And the other blade is the Bic. So, and it is the Bic Chrome Platinum. So just to show you, and there's also a blue dot on this one. So they've both been used once before. So this is going to be the second shave with these blades, and that's on plate 3 as well. Put the washer on. Check the alignment. The one thing I've noticed is the feather hasn't got any corrosion on it at all. It's stainless, whereas the Bic definitely has a little bit of corrosion on the blade. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's there on both sides. So there is a little bit of corrosion there, so that just shows you. The brush that I'm going to use today is a Yaqi brush. All Yaqi brushes are really good value for money. Excellent value for money. And it's, you know, I'd easily include these in my budget range. Any Yaqi brush, I've not seen one that's really expensive. If you go for badger, obviously that's going to be more expensive. I tend not to buy badgers. It's just something I don't do. But that's just a personal choice. I do use boar brushes. I have got one badger brush, and I think I've got a travel brush that has badger and boar mixed in it. So those are the only badgers I've got. The bowl today is my LifeVenture Ellipse bowl that you can find on Amazon. Again, I had a comment on my last video, on Saturday's video, where I was putting the prices up and where I got them from. I'll do that again on this video. So that's the bowl. So I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to get myself ready for the shave, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, ready for the shave. The lather's all done. Looks great, this lather. Right, let's go with the cold water first. Well, it's actually lukewarm, but when you spray it, it's cold. Get some hydration on the face. And the pre-shave today is going to be Pears Glycerin Soap. Really good stuff, this. Is that the right way around? Yeah. So I'm just going to rub that on. So again, I mean, the razors themselves I wouldn't call budget. The blades are budget, because all double-edged razor blades are budget. But all the software is budget software. So Let's just rub this in. I mean, I'll put the prices up again here, as I said before. So the Pears Soap price will be there now. That feels great. Makes your fingers extremely slick. So that's good. And the soap today is a budget, I think it's about £7 or £8, I think, on eBay. A tub of Derby soap, which has got a very strong citrusy, sour citrusy scent. It's quite overwhelming. I would say out of the puck, it's a good 8 out of 10 in terms of scent strength. So if you like your citrus, this one might be a little overpowering though. Just warning you. But it lathers up really well. I mean, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful lather. It's a very hard soap. I nearly gave up trying to scrape some out to get in the bowl. I was thinking this isn't going to work, but eventually I got enough out. So it feels like a triple milled soap, although I don't believe it is a triple milled soap. Oh, this feels great. I've hydrated this quite well. I think I've put about 16 sprays of water. So that's, I'm just trying to think what that, I've forgotten the ratio. I think it's 2 sprays to a teaspoon. So that's quite a lot. That's about 8 teaspoons of water gone into this. But it needed it. Oh, this feels fantastic. The scent isn't as strong when lathering it onto the face, but it's very pleasant. There's definitely a lemony scent there. But yeah, very nice. So, okay. So the Bic first, on this side, on my left, your right. And now for the feather, on my right, your left. With the grain, obviously. First pass. Can't really tell the difference. Nope, can't tell the difference at all. So let's go on with some more lather. I think this is wet enough. I don't think I need to add any more hydration to the face. I just paint it on. Certainly after the first pass. But when the lather is this thin, you don't really need to sort of rub it in to the bristles, I don't think anyway. I haven't noticed a difference, let's put it that way. So how was your weekend? I must admit, note to self, do not mix beer and wine. I definitely don't feel 100% today. So shaving with a hangover today. But yeah, it was worth it. It was good fun. Had a great day yesterday. Okay, so across the grain on this side is across. Oh, have I gone with the wrong razor? I think I have. It's the Bic on the left. Yeah, I really didn't want to get out of bed this morning. Okay, so across the grain on this side is straight up. Not a lot of difference. Not a lot of difference in blade feel, smoothness. I mean, they're both performing really well. I'd expect that on their second use, to be honest. I always find the first time you use a new blade, that can feel a bit rough. But at the moment, they're both going well. And if I'm honest, I don't think there's going to be a lot of difference in the next shave, the next battle of the blades. Because it's a repeat of this shave, but third shave using the same blades. They both feel great, very smooth and very sharp, even though the Bic has rusted a bit. So, right then, let's go against the grain on this side with the feather. Felt a bit more aggressive. Let's just get that off. I'm going to do the pickups now, I think. Nearly went all the way then. Now, there's a difference now. Against the grain, I would say the Bic is not quite as smooth as the feather. It's weird. I would still say it's a draw on the third pass. There's a little bit more Velcro left here than here. About the same. There's next to nothing here. I mean, it does need a pickup pass. Definitely needs a pickup pass. I thought I'd get it here. I think I did the pickup pass there and I didn't do it there because there's quite a big difference. But let's see. Let's go for the fourth pass. I was trying to avoid it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So again with the feather first. I think I've actually got some nicks with the feather, so that just shows you. Right, that is, there's a little bit there. A little bit there. So let's see what this side does. This is the Bic. Right, well, as you can probably see or not, I've got quite a few little nicks at the base of my neck with the feather. So for me, based on that, as much as I didn't feel the Bic was quite as sharp as the feather on the third pass, it was a draw up until then, and then on the third, against the grain pass, I've nicked myself in a row there. I must have done it as I went like that. So yeah, how do you score that one? Both sides BBS, no issues. I would say if I had to choose one, for comfort I would say the feather, but for nicks I would say the chrome. The Bic blade, you know, it just felt slightly rougher on the against the grain pass, and that could be down to the fact that there was some corrosion on it. It was wrapped up back in its wax wrapper, but obviously I hadn't dried it off properly, and that might be the reason for the difference in terms of how smooth it was shaving. Right, I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. All ready for the post-shave. Skin feel after this shave is not to the same level as something like a Wickham soap or even the Pears. I have to say. It feels fine, but it just doesn't feel as conditioned maybe as you get with a Pears or a Wickham. A more expensive soap will definitely give a better. You definitely need Balm now, let's put it that way. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Right, I'm going to go with the Alum to see how we get on. I mean, these little cuts here have stopped, so they were just little nicks. Let's get the cold water on the face. That feels great. Make sure my face cloth is covered in cold water as well. That feels fantastic. Let's add a little bit more moisture for the Alum. Here we go. Okay, on the above the jawline, no feedback. This is on the Bic side, but there is feedback under the jawline. Probably about a 2 out of 3 around here and 2 out of 3 at the back here. Oh, that's a big difference. That's a good 6 or 7 out of 10, probably maybe even an 8. Wow. I would say there's next to no, there's a slight tingle on the cheeks here, but down here, especially where I sort of got some weepers, that was a good 7 or 8 out of 10. So there is definitely a difference in the blades, and based on that, I think, even though I was using a rusty blade with Bic, I think I prefer the Bic on the second use. I mean, it could just be that was because I got some weepers there, but wow. Let's just wipe this off. It stopped stinging now. But yeah, that was a real stinger. I'm going to follow that up with my usual Boots Tea Tree and Witch Hazel. Nice and cheap this. As I say, I'll try and put the prices up as I go through. But the Boots Tea Tree and Witch Hazel, I use almost every shave, certainly in the autumn and winter season. There's next to no burn there, little bit of a tingle, nothing much. And then another good value for money, Aftershave Arko, which I believe This is the Gold Power. I believe this is an homage to Brute. Good and cheap. Oh, that's fantastic. That's got some sting. I would say a 2 out of 10 on both sides now, even on the cheeks. So, and then this is easily available in the shops, you know, supermarkets here in the UK. Bulldog Sensitive Aftershave Balm. They do a couple of different aftershave balms. But the one thing I would say is it comes out of there quite quickly. I only gently squeezed it and a load came out. That's more than enough for 2 shaves. Still, I'll just moisturize my dome. Oh. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the shave. Yeah, I think both blades are excellent on the second shave. It'll be interesting to see how they fare on the third shave. Usually a blade is at its best on its third shave. At least that's what I found. So we'll see how they perform. At the moment though, I think, if I'm honest, the Bic Chrome had lost the edge a little bit versus the feather. The feather had kept its sharpness from its first use, whereas the Bic had definitely dulled a bit and felt a little bit rougher, certainly against the grain. Up until then, they were neck and neck, if you pardon the pun. But only on the third pass there was a difference, and I preferred the feather. But when you saw all the weepers there, you know, maybe my choice should be the Bic. It's really difficult. I'll call it a draw. I'll call it a draw. And we'll see what happens next Monday when I do the third and final test of these blades. Right, that's all from me. I will see you on Wednesday for a straight shave. See you then. Bye now.